Hi, and welcome to Enchantment of Eternity's review of Humans Season 2, Episode 3. This video is a part of a series of videos where I review episodes of Humans, so I'll have to give a spoiler warning for Humans up to Season 2, Episode 3. If you haven't seen up to this point, you may not want to watch this video, otherwise some things may be spoiled for you. So this is just going to be a real quick review because I don't really have that much to say about this episode, because unfortunately it seemed to be mostly a setup episode as we didn't really get any resolution to many of the storylines, such as the storyline where Laura goes to prove Niska's sentience. Personally, I'm a bit irritated by this storyline, as I was thinking that it would be simple to prove her sentience, but it's proving to be more difficult, and in that regard it seems like Niska is being quite dense because she is intelligent and feeling, plus this whole turning herself in thing was her idea in the first place, so it seems to me she'd be a bit better at proving her sentience and realize that they're wanting to see an emotional reaction from her. For example, the scene where they play the music that reminds her of her girlfriend, why didn't she say anything or react in an emotional way where it seems like she should have? So it seems to me that they are purposely playing it out like she's going to fail this test in order to artificially ramp up the tension, but we all know she'll pass eventually. In fact, she better pass, otherwise I'll be upset. We barely see Max and Leo in this episode as they go on the run once finding out that Liam Neeson escaped. I guess they're worried he'll use his particular set of skills to find them and kill them. But it was interesting that Hester was about to tell them that she killed him, but she thought better of it. Maybe she realized they wouldn't really be okay with this, so instead she's letting them go on the run when she knows they don't have to. And I'm a bit wary about this Hester character. I fear they are heading into cliche land with this character by making her an evil killer robot, but I really hope that they take her in a different direction, or at least be a bit more dynamic than a simple killer robot. And they progress Anita's storyline somewhat as she reveals she's in love with the man she's working for, which I couldn't help but think is a bit silly. It seems they're avoiding the cliche of having him turning on her, but they show his friend spotting him with Anita, so it looks like they may be going with the other cliche of the jealous friend who fucks everything up. Also, the story with Maddie fixing up Odie doesn't really go anywhere either, as we already knew she'd give him consciousness and we could pretty much guess that it would work, but we don't see what becomes of him in this episode. We also get a side story of Sophie acting all weird. Not sure what this is all about, just a bit to keep her relevant to the show, but we'll see. We also learn a bit more about Dr. Maru's background. So this was an interesting piece of information about her background, and I imagine it will become more relevant down the line. Anyway, she goes to England and meets with the villain from Season 1 and blackmails him into giving her the information she needs, which leads her to the silo, and the place where, we know that the bad guys are taking all the conscious sense, and they seem to be excited with the prospect of working with her. So now I'm wondering if she will become the villain of this season, and I'm truly intrigued by her storyline, and I can't wait to see more. We also get a few more scenes with Karen Voss and Peter, which don't really seem to go anywhere other than them questioning that shady guy who runs away, who appears to have some connection with those silo dudes, so maybe they will find out about them somehow. So my rating for Humans Season 2 Episode 3 out of 10 is a 7, very good. Not a bad episode. It still piqued my interest and has me really intrigued to see where the rest of the season will go. However, I said about Season 1 that the show had a very good, excellent pace and no episode felt slow or like filler to me. But, unfortunately, I can't say the same thing about Season 2, as although I wouldn't call this episode filler per se, it was mostly just set up and did leave me a bit unsatisfied, and I did think it was a bit too slow. But not a bad episode, just not at the high level that the series typically operates at. So that's it for my review of Humans Season 2, Episode 3. Be sure to check back here as I continue to review episodes of Season 2 of Humans. And be sure to check out my channel for many more reviews on shows like Game of Thrones, Star Trek, The Walking Dead, and more. And be sure to subscribe so you can keep up with all of that. And thanks a lot for watching.